Hi, this is Courtney Barnes, located here in Buffalo, New York, and we're here at the Big Apple Sports Show. Mr. Alif, Mr. Phenomenal. We're talking to these players here. Hey, you guys, what's your record?
10-0.
10-0, a perfect 10-0. They have a perfect 10-0 season, and they're up here in Buffalo. Guys, what do you guys hope to accomplish? Win in Florida. They bypassing New York City already. They're bypassing New York City. So again, they're going straight to Florida, bypassing New York City. There's no teams there in New York City, and this team here has the stuff. They're 10-0, a perfect record this year.
What division?
115.
Pee-wee.
Pee-wee. Who the stud?
Huh?
Who's the
best
stud?
player here?
All of them.
We all superstar.
This is what we do.
All of
All right, Coach, if you got one message for Big Apple, what would it be?
Look out for Buffalo.
And yes, I'm here in the studio, and as you can see, you have the Troublemaker. He's out there in Buffalo, New York, where we have some new up-and-coming organizations that are joining the league. Some of the top teams out there are the Buffalo Vets. You have the Buffalo Wolverines, GC Cowboys, and the JFK Invaders. And I know they were out there talking some trash, because as I was talking to Courtney over the phone, I heard a little bit of trash talking. I even got to talk with one of the 9-year-old quarterbacks out there who's doing his thing as well. You know, but I'm going to be talking more about that right after these messages.
And this segment is being brought to you by D-Max.
Yeah, give me that. Yeah.
Say one thing. I didn't say this though. Mr. Phenomenal told me to say this. He said the only thing he knows that's going on with Buffalo is Buffalo wings. That's what he told me to tell these guys up here. He's the only thing will be cooking is their goose.
Okay, so I'm here with Mr. Phenomenal, and I'm taking the replacement of Mr. Troublemaker. And Mr. Troublemaker, I want to thank you for bringing it back into the studios.
And what we're going to do right now, here I have the lovely Sadia instead of the Troublemaker who's out in Buffalo. I'm hoping that a snowstorm happens. We're going to talk about the games of this week.
Okay.
You know, starting with?
That is the Rifles and the Hurricanes.
You should have been out there this weekend. I mean, the matchup between the Rifles and the Hurricanes, always a rival. But this week, Hurricanes outdo the Rifles. Rifles had no answer for them. It was a shellacking from almost top to bottom. Anthony Barnes, Junior Pee-wee coach, him and Trevor always having a battle. Always. I know Trevor's probably pulling his hair out right now. Anthony,
sure he is.
Yes, Anthony Barnes, 7-0.
Wow.
Unscored upon, undefeated,
Okay.
looking to take another national championship back to Staten Island.
So we're going to say that is Phenomenal.
Next thing we're going to talk about?
Okay, that is the Cowboys versus Mount Vernon. It's on you.
There's nothing else to talk about. Come on, Cowboys, probably,
Looking good for them.
yeah, it's not looking good for them. And there was a blog on the, from Mr. Courtney of the Falcons who wanted us to know and put out there that the Cowboys are not the Falcons.
Okay.
Because you know how sometimes I was calling them the Falcons undercover. But Courtney wanted me to let you know they're not the Falcons, they are the Cowboys.
All right, well, it wasn't looking good because Courtney couldn't get their colors right and you was calling them the Falcons.
Yeah, we was messing that thing all up.
Oh.
But anyway, Mount Vernon gave them a shellacking as well. So the next team we're going to talk about
is the Bulldogs and Renegades.
And it was a great weekend. You know, the Bulldogs came in there on the lower levels and they bit the Renegades all day long on those lower levels. You know, Renegades were looking like pirates at that time. but then came back the next 2 games, and they beat up on the Bulldogs. I know the lower levels, the junior mites, along with Chef Bully. You know, they definitely tried to put another one of their franchise inside of Brooklyn, and had to, you know, I know they're already making Panther soup, but they were trying to make, like, I think they was calling it, yeah, Chef Bully makes Panther soup, but I think they were trying to make Renegade Ravioli. Then, I guess, the Troublemaker.
Do you think they could redeem themselves?
Oh yeah, they did it on that day. The Troublemaker comes out and just slaps the Bulldogs all over the place.
Slaps them around?
Yeah, you know how I like to go. It was ugly. I felt sorry for Mo over there. I ran over there with a respirator, but by the time I got there, he was already unconscious. I mean, it was ugly. I couldn't bring him back from there, you know? And then the last games in D1, really no need to talk about them, because the Chiefs, we were treated like second-class citizens, you know? Nobody wanted to come to the pit to play.
It was a forfeit?
Yeah.
Wow.
3 teams.
3? 3 forfeits. Wow.
But that's what happens when you gotta come to the pit. You know, St. James went marching home.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's not phenomenal at all. St. James went marching home. They came with their junior peewees and won. And then I guess they threw the flag in after that, and they didn't come with the peewees. The Bears, they couldn't even find their Cubs. They didn't come. And then you had the Bronx River Bulldogs. I guess they couldn't find their puppies because they were hanging up there out in the Bronx because it was their homecoming. You know, but all you had to do was call us. We would have came to your homecoming.
Would have beat them at their homecoming?
Yeah, but forget all of this. I think what we'll do is we'll take it back to Courtney.
Okay, we're going to bring it back to Mr. Triple.
Hi, I'm Courtney Pounds. I'm here with Coach Buck from the Wolverines. Coach, this year you guys are going down to New York City in a very competitive environment. It's going to be a very hostile environment. How do you plan on dealing with the hostile environment down in New York City?
We just get our kids mentally and physically ready to play the game. All the rest of the stuff we don't worry about.
You got to have a lot of fans down there, 1,000 fans at the game, 1,500 fans at the games, a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling. You guys are going to go silent count. How you guys are going to address that at the back of the end zone with the deafening sound when you can't hear the snap count?
Oh yeah, we might go silent count. You never know.
Hey, you guys have a very good team. You're 8-1. I understand you got to get out your sectional area first. Once you guys win the championship up here, you guys are going to make that move down there. Who's going to challenge you up here to actually take your crown?
The Cowboys.
Yeah, to think about it pretty long, so that means the Cowboys is not the first thought on your mind. So that must mean that you're thinking about something further than the Cowboys. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, you're going to be playing out in New York City. A lot of people watching you. What do you have to say to the guys on the web show?
Buffalo Wolverines, Junior Midgets, we coming for y'all.
Come here.
Whatever you say, girl.
Alright, so November 5th, it is going down. Big Apple Sportswear Extravaganza. You can buy the tickets at Big Apple Avenue Out, or you can hit me at Sadia Abdul-Rahim on Facebook. See you there. It is a must. 125 Colbert Street in Brooklyn. You can get the tickets at Avenue Out, Big Apple Store, or you can reach me at Sadia Abdul-Rahim on Facebook.